Hey girl, hey. Hey girl, hey y'all. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl D Lavon, honey. And today, baby, did y'all see the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion?
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel-Air.
Did y'all see the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion, honey? That thing, let me tell you. I didn't know about it. I just saw I was on Instagram and I saw Will's post when he had the two Aunt Vivs, and I was like, oh my God, what's going on here? And then when I read the description things, that's when I found out that it was a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion, honey. Baby, you know I was all over that thing like a cheap suit, okay? And listen, I didn't know what to expect, but honey, I was not prepared to cry the way that I did. Lord, Father God in heaven, I'm a crybaby anyway. But honey, that thing was so good. We just gonna go ahead and get into it and break it on down. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys some recaps or whatever. Let's watch a little bit of it together. I think this was a great moment in TV sitcom history, y'all. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It was on for 6 seasons, but it seems like so much longer than that because I guess because of the reruns and everything. Because I watched it, my children watched it, they loved it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this was a part of my lineup. What was it? Monday nights. This was a part of my lineup, darling. NBC, baby. Let's go ahead and get started and run it, you know.
Three words to describe the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Do you guys remember your favorite Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episodes, honey? It's so many. I love the one. Remember when Ashley was getting bullied at school and Will was like trying to teach her how to fight, and he was all like, I love that episode. I love the episode when Carlton was trying to be hard, trying to be like a b-boy or whatever, and he just didn't have it. Like, I love the antics of Carlton and Will on camera, y'all. And one thing that I learned while watching this is that Alfonso Ribeiro is Carlton in real life, baby. He is really Carlton, like, for real. It's like everybody that they got to play, everybody was so on point, y'all. And one of the things that I love about this reunion show was that it really showed us how these guys were really like family, for real, like all of them, okay? That's why the show worked, because they actually grew to be like a real family, okay? And it's been 30 years, y'all. Can you believe that? 30 years, okay? Wow. That's a long time, okay, to know somebody, and they worked together for 6 years, but they filmed together every day, okay? When it was in their season to film, they were together every day. So, you know, when you spend that much time with each other, 16 hours in your workday and things like that, um 16 hours and things like that in your workday, you learn people, okay? You get close with people. It's the same thing like at work, with your coworkers. You spend a lot of time with them. You might cry together, you bond and things. They did this on this set, and they did it with laughter, humor, fun. Another thing that I really, really love about the show is that although it was loosely based on the life of Benny Medina, who was born, Benny Medina is it like Philly? Will is from Philly. No, Will is from Philly. Wherever he's from, okay, let's just say Benny Medina is from Detroit. I don't know for sure. I'll check it. I'll fact check it for y'all. But he grew up, he moved there, Los Angeles. So it was loosely based on his experience. And when he met Will, Will was rapping and all that stuff like that. Will was from Philly. So he was like, okay, we're going to have a whole concept of a show, and we're going to make it around you. They didn't know, I don't think they knew how great that this show was. Even though Will started off as a rapper, that was just an introduction for Will, because as we saw in this show, Will's comedic side was born, his serious side. He came in straightway as a serious actor, and we're going to get into some of those clips further on as we talk a little bit, y'all. But this show was just golden, and it was magic, and I love the fact that, how you don't see your family for years and you come back together, and it's you pick back up where you left off at, or it's like you guys haven't really spent that much time apart because it's family. Even when you have like some bad, like a moment, you feel me, between y'all where things fall out, because families do fight, they fuss, they talk about each other, and you talk about this one to that family member and this one to that family member, and you did this to me and you wronged me and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, we are still family. Okay, and it reminded me a lot of my own family, because we're so scattered. We have family in Detroit, we have family in Texas, you know what I'm saying, we have family in the Carolinas, we have family here in Baltimore, we're so scattered. But when we get together and we come together for the holidays and things like that, that's a time where we just get together and we ball out and have a field day, have fun, act silly, get just the jokes that only we get because it's a family thing, you feel me? All that. You have it in your own family as well. And that's what this show reminded me of. This reunion reminded me of that. And I think it's so important and so special that we had that time right now before the holidays. We're quarantined and all of that stuff. So if nothing else, it gave a semblance of, for me, the family dynamic and how we can get together and have fun, y'all. Let's look at a couple of more of those moments. Y'all know Carlton and Will used to cut up on camera. Realized very early on that they had this great chemistry. So the show takes us back through how, these guys their first auditions, their reading tables and things like that. Like, we never had a chance to experience any of that. You know what I mean? And so we go behind the scenes and watch them in the writer's room and watch their process and how, the characters build on certain things and how they came together. And they had that live studio audience, you guys, that was so golden. Like, you could actually hear the people like falling down in laughter, stomping or whatever, because this was great. This show was genius, okay? Yeah, we learned a lot about that. Y'all, for real, I would say in about the first 10 minutes of the reunion, I was already in tears. Within the first 10 minutes, for real. Like, I'm a crybaby and all that, okay? Like, don't come for me. But, because I'm in touch with my sensitive side, okay? If you don't know about yours, get in touch with yours. But anyway, I was crying within the first 10 minutes, y'all. It was such an authentic moment for them to be. They had like their full circle moment. And for them to come back and talk about their favorite episodes, and you know, it was just great to watch. Okay, so that's, you know, what I'm showing you here. It was great.
Thank you. No. And I left and I watched this show come on in September. I said, oh, damn, that's cute.
Another thing was that they talked about is how, you know, they of course talked about the family aspect, but they talked about how they actually felt like, you know, brother and sister, mother and daughter, you know, like they talked about the big impact that Avery had on their lives. And oh my gosh, I really missed him for being a part of the reunion. He was such a great character in this show. Uncle Phil, you know, Uncle Phil was the man. Okay, we loved ourselves some Uncle Phil, right? I feel like everybody has an Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv. They just have different names. They may come from different places, but everybody in their family has that Uncle Phil and that Aunt Viv, honey. Okay. Just so many great moments. So many great moments in TV history happened with Uncle Phil, and so many great moments happened with Will and Uncle Phil. And we needed to see characters like that. We needed to see strong characters like that. We, you know, when a lot of our black and brown brothers have you know, broken homes, or they may not have a father figure, it was just so many great moments. So of course, like, you can't talk about ever a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air moment without the episode when Will's father came, and you know, him and Uncle Phil had their moment. I have seen this episode too many times to count. Okay, I don't have enough hands, I don't have enough limbs to count the number of times that I've seen that episode, you guys. But every time I have ever seen it, it brings me to tears. Every single time. Okay? That moment was so real. That moment was so real. Okay? And you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Babe, you know what I'm talking about. Let's go right on ahead and get into it. Okay? We just gotta go ahead and get into it.
I'm sorry, Will.
You know what? Actually, this works out better for me. You know, the Slimmies of summer come to class wearing next to nothing. You know what I'm
Will,
saying?
it's all right to be angry.
Hey, why should I be mad? I'm saying at least he said goodbye this time. I just wish I hadn't wasted my money buying this stupid present.
I'm sorry. You know, if there was something that I
Hey,
could
you know
do-
what? You ain't got to do nothing, Uncle Phil. Hey, you know, ain't like I'm still 5 years old, you know? Ain't like I'm gonna be sitting up every night asking my mom, when's Daddy coming home, you know? Who needs him? Hey, he wasn't there to teach me how to shoot my first basket, but I learned, didn't I? Hey, I got pretty damn good at it too, didn't I,
Yeah,
Uncle Phil?
you did.
Got through my first day without him, right? I learned how to drive, I learned how to shave, I learned how to fight without him. I had 14 great birthdays without him. He never even sent me a damn card. To hell with him! I ain't need him then, and I don't need him now.
Will.
Now, you know what, Uncle Phil? I'm gonna get through college without him. I'm gonna get a great job without him. I'm gonna marry me a beautiful honey, and I'm gonna have me a whole bunch of kids. I'm gonna be a better father than he ever was. And I sure as hell don't need him for that, because ain't a damn thing he could ever teach me about how to love my kids. How come he don't want me, man?
Whew. Every single time I see that, matter of fact, excuse me. As you can see, you guys, like I said, every time I see that, it brings me to tears. It was such a great moment in TV history, and it's classic. Like, it's one of those things that we will not forget, okay? Will did such a great job of that. So, and he talked about how preparing for that scene and what it meant to him and how it changed his life. This is when we knew for sure that Will Smith was a very, very serious, dramatic actor and all that in his own right. We knew that moment. We saw magic happen, and I love those moments in TV when we actually are there, when these things are birthed, when we see these moments happen in TV magic, and when Will teared up telling his story, and not a dry eye in there, y'all. Look at them, y'all, and just remembering James Avery. Let's watch this moment. Yeah. Woo. So again, that was a great moment. I know that's some of y'all's favorite ever episode, and you know, rest in peace to James Avery. He was a great actor and a great TV dad and everything. We loved ourselves some Uncle Phil, and like I said, every family has an Uncle Phil, and they have an Aunt Viv. Okay, now we know the history of Janet Hubert and her relationship with Will and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. They have had a long-standing feud, okay, for years. And really, Will has not really said anything. He's pretty much ignored her and everything. I think he once before said that she was difficult to work with. And that stigma followed her. And she talked about that. So Will and her came together, y'all, 30 years. 30 years, okay? It was 27 to be a matter of fact, but 27 is 30, okay? They came together, and this moment, baby, I wasn't no more good, okay? Glad I ain't had these lashes on when I watched it, baby, because I was crying my eyeballs out. This thing was something. Check it out.
So she agreed to sit down and have a conversation with me, and Janet and I saw one another for the first time in 27 years.
Wow.
Yesterday. And I want to show you guys some of...
Wow.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much.
But you took all that away from me.
Mm-hmm.
With your words. You know, words can kill.
Mm-hmm.
But I lost everything. Reputation. Everything. Everything. And I understand you were able to move forward, but you know those words, calling a black woman difficult in Hollywood, is the kiss of death. It's the kiss of death, and it's hard enough being a dark-skinned black woman in this business. But I felt it was necessary for us to finally move forward.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that I have blasted you to pieces.
No, it's... I could not do a 30-year celebration of this show and not celebrate you. Celebrate your contribution to this show and celebrate your contribution to my life, you know, and...
I hear you.
Come on, Queen. Come on, Janet. Whew.
Janet Hubert Whitten, ladies and
Such an amazing moment. I'm so glad that they came back together, y'all, and they worked things out. And that's what I was saying about family, y'all. You might have your little beefs and your battles within your family, but at the end of the day, you know, families, they come back together. And we saw that, you know. This is what they showed us. And I think, oh my God, kudos to Will for admitting some stuff that he was not willing to admit early on. But, you know, age and time healing, it has a way of working things out and bring things to us to where we can see it in another light. And for the first time, I think he allowed himself to see how much this affected Janet's life and her career. Like she said, she lost everything. And, Janet is, she hard, rough, all that. She say what she got to say, okay? But to me, and forevermore, she will always be a class act because she has not bitten her tongue. It's not enough of, she's a revolutionary to me, okay? We don't have enough of that to speak up for what's right. You know what I'm saying? Because we have a lot of going along and knowing how to play the game. And I understand all facets of it, but she knew that there were certain things that were wrong, okay? And she spoke about it. So, and I feel like in this moment, she still kept her truth. And, like she asked Will, why? Why? I lost everything. So it was important to have those moments. And we saw, I felt like we shouldn't be watching, y'all. I'm going to be honest. I felt like this was a private moment that they should have had. I felt a little uncomfortable at times, but the beauty of it, healing, y'all, is so very important. Healing. I have been done wrong by family, friends. I have done wrong my family and my friends. I'm not, none of us are perfect, okay? But healing. If I've wronged you and you don't tell me about it, maybe I don't know. But sometimes it's like, enough is enough. Let's come together in love, spirit, truth. And at the end of the day, you my family. I love you. And that's what we saw here take place. And I just love when she came out and all the cast came together, y'all. It was just, oh my God, I was crying my eyeballs out. Okay, go ahead and watch it so you can cry with me. You can cry with me, honey. We got to see, the beauty of Janet Hubert, because although, she's known for like this difficult person and all that because she spoke out and she said things or whatever, at the end of the day, she was a great actress, y'all. She was absolutely gorgeous, okay? That is a beautiful brown woman, honey. Super talented, poised, okay? But get you together, too. She could dance her behind off, honey. Let's go ahead and watch. This is another one of my favorites.
All right, ready? Here you go. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1.
That's so authentic, y'all, because it's like, you will never see me sweat in front of you, honey. I might leave, okay, and go home to my secret place and cry, break down, baby. But in front of you, I am fierce. And Janet showed us that, darling. So, yes, I loved it, y'all. Just, oh my gosh, the whole reunion show, y'all. It was so great to watch. Like, I didn't realize how happy and full I would feel from watching this, you guys. If you have not seen it, go and check it out, honey. I don't know if it's going to come like on regular network TV. It's on HBO Max, and when they put it out, they showed an early release, so that's when I watched it. And what was it, like Wednesday or Thursday? So yeah, it was I loved it. I loved it. Kudos and shout out to Will, honey, and Daphne Maxwell Reed or whatever. She ain't done nothing to me. I ain't had nothing against her. Thank you for your contribution, Aunt Viv, baby. But Janet will always be Aunt Viv to me. I never agree with them kicking her off the show or whatever. But whatever. She had a contribution to the show too, okay? So Will, Daphne, Janet, Alfonso, Hillary. What's her real name? I can't think right now. Hillary, Tatiana Ali, Jeffrey, I can't think of his real name right now either. Jazz, and oh my God, look who came back, y'all. Look who came back. Yes, little Nikki, y'all remember little Nikki? I had almost forgot about little Nikki until I was talking to my cousin about it, and she was like, "Remember the son, little Nikki or whatever?" I was like, "Oh yeah," and I didn't know they was gonna have him part of this, but it was great, y'all. It was so much fun to watch. It warms my heart. It's a great. If you do get together with your family for Thanksgiving, y'all watch this on Thanksgiving. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna make you feel so good all over, y'all. So yeah, I just, I'm gonna show you a little bit more, and I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching my channel. Let me know down in the comments what's your favorite Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode, what you liked about the reunion, if you have saw it or if you plan to see it. Let your girl D know, okay? And also let me know if you would like to see more videos like this, okay? Check out my Hey Girl Hey shirt. This is from, let me adjust myself. Ain't this just the cutest little shirt, y'all? I mean, adorable. Look at sister girl. This shirt is from Jill's Comfort Zone. This is her JZC merch. I'm going to put her information down in the description box. Y'all go check her out. She has some great products, all types of t-shirts that she make herself. Honey, ain't no third party seller. This is all her. She puts this together. So, yeah. Supports black businesses, honey. Okay? So, yeah. Anyway, oh, and these beautiful earrings are from Earthy, honey. YouTube mukbanger, DC Mukbang. She has an earring company called Earthy, and she does custom earrings. Aren't these just the most beautiful, gorgeous things that you have ever seen, honey? I'll put her information in the description box below as well. Don't forget to take care of yourselves and each other. Don't forget to love on your family, honey. If it's your family, y'all not, you got somebody you're not speaking to right now, or it's been years or whatever, call them up and tell them that you love them, okay? Give them a virtual hug and kiss, honey, and just love on your folk, okay? Love on your folk, okay? I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for watching your girl D, and I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I will see you in the next video. Peace.